When I think of a creator, it's somebody who can set a vision, set a compelling vision for a future state that allow people to be infused and excited and engaged to be able to want to be part of that future state. So the creation is what that might look like in the future.
A creator is probably someone that's not afraid to have a go and make some change for better. Ashley's pretty fearless, and he's honest with his fearlessness. So he'll say, I'm going to have a go at doing this. And there's usually, we talk about governance and we talk about continuing education that he undertakes. And I know that he's doing the work, he's engaging with the right partners or professionals or his own learning. And I know that he's usually got a pretty good reason for having a go at something and a fearless shot at something new.
Ashley is an innovator, for sure. He's trying to stretch the boundaries of what QMC do, but also technology.
My name's Ashley Light. I'm the CEO of Queenstown Medical Centre based in Tahuna, Queenstown in New Zealand. So when I first came in 6-7 years ago, it felt like very much an old school practice. So the receptionist would be there as you walk in, and it was hard to do anything online, and the website didn't quite speak to what we did. The whole journey for the patient was blipped along the way. So we probably sat back and went, okay, what does our patient experience look like? What does our patient journey look like? And how do we make that better? So one of the really simple things, and this wasn't anything to do with technology, but we renamed our reception team the First Impression team. I think we did that in the first few months, and because it says what it does on the box, right? Your first impression is the person that you walk into and see. So them knowing that that's their role, that was a really simple change to make. And then as that journey, then you break that down, then you can add more things into it to make the patient experience better. It's felt a bit incremental, but if I look back and think how we were working and where we are now, so it was probably two things. One was the implementation of Microsoft 365 in its total. So that means internally, our communication style has improved. So we use Teams, Microsoft Teams, as a communication style internally. That frees up more space for external communications via email, or where it might be for our patients. So, things you do inside have an impact outside. But then also an example again would be, we've moved recently from Manage My Health to Vensa as an app for our patient access into their notes and making bookings and making payments and things like that. So that's a big change for us and a big change for our patients, but we think that technology move is better. We can use more AI, we can use more automation to improve the journey for the patient. I use the phone a lot. I'm on the phone a lot. I talk to, my role really is outward looking. My management team look after the day-to-day and the inwards, the operations of the business. So my role really is to be outward looking and looking after stakeholders and ensuring that we're doing what we need for the community. So a lot of time on a good phone, and on that phone I'll have my, obviously, Microsoft 365, can't do without Copilot, but also in an office setting, just making sure I've got full access to Excel, Word, all those normal Microsoft products that any business owner would use. If our systems go down, it's a major, literally we can't operate without those systems. And that's, as I say, we've talked about medtech, but it's also things like, if we can't take payments on FPOS, Wi-Fi, anything like that is a major blow to the business on a day-to-day, on any given day. So when that happens, our first call is to Focus, to their help desk, and we get looked after really well, and we get put straight through to the help desk, and then through to our trusted engineers, who generally solve it pretty quickly, either from remotely or they come straight to where they need to be to solve the issue. I think being really disciplined with a framework that you understand on how your business runs, and then understanding where you might get your biggest impact for your resource spend on the AI, and then being very, very clear on what impact you want and where you're going to get your best return on your investment. The focus for a leader in a leadership position has to be people and their wants, and then balancing that with what the business needs and wants and what the customer or the patient needs and wants. That's the focus, but people are at the heart of everything a leader should be doing. Surround yourself with amazing people, because you're not. That would be the first thing I'd say, and then be really clear on what your personal values are and stay true to them.